What's up, you guys? It's your boy Evan today. So today's video, we're going to talk about 4 years ago. 4 years ago, I hit 1,000 followers on Instagram of 2022 of February. Right, that's when I hit 1,000. It was like February 26th of 2022. So it was 4 years ago. So from 1,000 followers from 4 years ago to now almost to 9,000. So 4 years ago, I hit about 1,000 followers on Instagram. And now that we almost have 9,000 followers on IG. So we almost have 9,000. So how did I get a lot of followers on Instagram? I'm going to really explain what I did. So when I started this Instagram in 2021 of July, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start a new page because my other pages were deleted and gone. My first page was started in 2016. It was 2016 November is when I started my Instagram. And then the reason why I deleted it, or I think it was because I was like getting hated on and picked on a lot. And then from 2016 in November to like 2018 of May is when my Instagram was gone because people were really being mean to me in middle school. And then I started another Instagram account in 2019 of, I think it was July or June. I think it was July or August of 2019. And I'm like, you know what? I really want to get my numbers up. But the second account did not work, of course. And I started a Snapchat in 2019, and then I was getting bullied a lot. A couple people made memes about me in high school. And because when I was getting into social media a long time ago, my dad said you could have a Facebook, and my dad says you can have Facebook, but you can have an Instagram, but you can't have Snapchat, because he was worried I was going to get bullied because he knew Snapchat wasn't good. Nothing good was going on there. And then a couple guys on my basketball team, when I was a sophomore in 2019, a couple guys made a couple memes about me that was not true and just, this and that. But then when COVID came, I deleted all my socials. My Snapchat was deleted. My Instagram and my Facebook were deleted. And then I started another Facebook account in 2020. And I started another Instagram in 2020. I'm like, you know what? I made a political page, whatever. But then for my regular account, it didn't work. Then I deleted the third, and then this is the third account, did not work again. So I really wanted to know that, and then I started so then my third Instagram was deleted in 2021. And then in July of 2021, I started a new Instagram page. I've had this Instagram page, my fourth page, the page that has almost 9,000 followers. I'm going to explain to you. I've had that account for 5 years. So I'm going to explain this. I started my fourth Instagram in 2021 of July. A lot of my people from high school or acquaintances, some of them followed me back, but most of them didn't. But I told people from high school, you got to follow my Instagram. So I was telling people to follow me back. And then when more and more people were starting to follow me, which is good because I wanted to grow my Instagram, and I really wanted to grow it, because that's when I was asking people's Instagrams like, hey, follow me, because I wanted to get my account up. And when people started following me back from my high school, people were starting to follow me, and then I was hitting, so then I had like 200 followers, 300, and then I hit 400, and then I had 500 finally, and I had about 550 followers by the end of 2021. And then I had about 600, 700, 800. I think I had about 800 in February. Like, I think it was the beginning, or I think it was January. But when I went live a lot, and then I met people through different teams, through basketball, from Lamphere versus Madison games, and I asked people from Madison High School, like, what's your Instagram, blah, blah, because I wanted to get new Instagram followers and connections. Like, why I have Instagram followers from Madison High School, and then Lamphere and a little bit Hazel Park. And then it has some from Clawson a little bit here and there, some from Centerline. And then I had some followers from Pontiac. I started getting followers from Pontiac in January of 2022, and I went live a lot in Pontiac a lot in 2022. So I was going live a lot in January 2022 in Pontiac, and then I had some from Sterling Heights, but then I had a lot of followers from Detroit. I started getting a lot of followers from Detroit of May of 2022 or maybe April, whatever, because I wanted to get followers from Detroit. So then my followers from Detroit started building up and up. So I hit 1,000 followers by February of 2022, and then I hit about 1,500 followers of April of 2022, and then I hit 2,000 followers by the year of June of 2022, and I hit 2,500 followers by July of 2022 or something. I think it was August. I hit 3,000 followers, 3,000 by August of 2022. And then I had 3,500. I think it was September, October, or something like. I think it was September. And then I hit 4,000 followers by like December. And then I hit 5,000 followers. I think it was January of 2023. And I hit 5,500. I think it was like March or April. And then I hit 6,000 followers around May of 2023, and I hit 6,500. I want to say it was, maybe it was like July or August. I hit 6,500, and then I wanted to get to 7,000 so bad. Like, why not get to 7,000 followers? So I wanted to hit 7,000, but did not work. I wanted it for months and months of 2023. I could have hit 7,000 followers by November of 2023, but unfortunately my account was disabled in November 2023, so it took me about a month and a half to get that account back, and then I was almost close to 7,000 followers by, like, I could have hit 7,000 by the end of 2023, but unfortunately my account was banned for about a month, and then I was so close hitting 7,000 followers in 2024 23. I could have hit that, but then for some reason my followers were starting to die. Like, they were not going up. So then my followers were going down a lot. So then when I had 6,000, and it was down to 600, 6,800, 6,600, 700, and my followers were going down like 600, and my followers were just going down. But when my followers went up, I was at 6,500. I was gonna lose the 6,500. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm almost out of them. So then I started following more and more people, and then when I hit, because this is how I got 7,000 followers. When I hit 7,000 followers, it was September of 2024. It took me about a year and a half to get me to 7,000. And then when I was losing followers constantly, I did shoutouts for shoutouts. And this girl literally helped. I don't remember her Instagram, but she literally helped me get, like, my followers going up. And I had about 6,600, 6,600, 6,700, 6,800, and 6,900. I was so close to hitting 7,000. And then basically I hit 7K. Then when I was at trade school, my followers were going up again. I had 7,100 followers, 7,200, 7,300, 7,400, and then I had 7,500 followers. I don't remember when I hit it, but I remember I was getting close to it. But then January last year, I hit about 8,000 followers. And then I hit 8,100, and then for a long time, it was like March or something. I was going in between 8,200, right? I had about 8,200 followers from March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. From March to November 2023, I had 8,200 followers for a long time, and then I was trying to get to past 8,200 followers, and now I have 8,000. Then I had 8,300, 8,400, and now we had about 8,500. We hit about 8,500 about a month ago. We just hit about 8,500, but now we're at 8,600 followers on Instagram. And that's how that's what I explain myself. So then last year of May of 2025, I had followers from Flint. I had some from Saginaw. I was focusing on getting followers from Flint. And then I got followers from Saginaw. And then I wanted to get followers from other states. So I had a couple from, like, Georgia, maybe Alabama, maybe from whatever, right? And then I had followers from Mississippi. Now all of my followers, more and more followers are going from Mississippi. I got a lot more followers from Mississippi. I got followers from everywhere, don't get me wrong. But then, yeah, so then I wanted to get followers from, like, Georgia. But then I had a couple from IG rates on TikTok Live, but that didn't work out. But yeah, I had some followers from the Carolinas. I got, like, one guy in North Carolina. But yeah, but now that we almost have 8,600 followers. The goal is to get to 9,000. We are almost to 9,000, you know. But yeah, that's my video of how I got to 1,000 followers from Instagram from 2022 to now almost 9,000 followers in 2026. Hopefully we get to 9,000, but after 9,000 followers, we're going to try to get to 10,000. But if we hit 9,000 as soon as possible, which we could hit 9,000, but after 9,000 followers on IG, like when we hit 9,000 followers, our goal is to get to 10,000 followers. If we get to 10,000 followers, I think it's going to be great because from 1,000 to 10,000 will be a big difference. Thank you. Have a good day.